In the red corner, Igio Ijagami. In the blue corner, Kashiro Tanaka. I just love that name, man. It is I, Kashiro Tanaka. It sounds like an old anime. Sounds like an old anime name. There once was a man named Kashiro Tanaka. Yo. Ding, 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 ding. I love anime. You guys ever watch that little manga? I was a manga dude for a long time. Gotta love that anime sword fighting. Anyways, I wanna. You know what I realized, you guys? You guys don't watch all of my videos. I put a 20-minute video up there just going on a tangent. I'm just now realizing that's like 4 videos. So I'm going to shorten the videos because I'm losing you guys like after 3 minutes. And I don't know, maybe it's just a lot of information. You guys don't want to hear a guy babbling about the NBA for 20 minutes. So I'll cut it down 5-10 minutes. Anyways, so game 5, what to expect. Okay, so I don't have a total breakdown, Mark Howell. He's always asking me for a breakdown. But I just, looking at game 4 and then looking at the script and that they used, I just realized something. I'm like, you know, Draymond Green is going to be disqualified. He's not going to be taken out of the game. He's going to be ineligible. Drink that in. One of these games, he's not going to be able to play at all. The whole game. Draymond Green's out of here. He's out. Why do you guys think I'm saying this? Because that's what they have to do. See, Cleveland has the big 3. Irving, James, and Love. Right? Sorry, guys. Did you yawn after I yawned? It's contagious. They have the big 3. Everybody else they can fill those spaces pretty easy. But the key 3, you know what I'm saying? It's always that way, isn't it? It's the big 3. When James was when he was in Miami. You know what I'm saying? It was, him, Bosh, and Wade. I don't even know who else played on the team. Because those 3 made the team. Everybody else was just fill-ins. But see, the problem with Golden State is there's not a big 3, there's a big 4. There's Curry, Durant, Green, and Clay. You might want to throw Iguodala in there somewhere. And the reason why I mentioned Clay, because to me, Love and Clay are on the same level. Now, I don't know the stats, but I'm betting they match up pretty good as far as playing time. Maybe even points. Now, Love probably got more points. But that's because Clay doesn't need to have as many points. But when you think about it, when LeBron said, there's too much fire, he's never played against a team who has that much firepower, and then Stephen A. Smith confirmed that they're the best back-shooting, backcourt basketball team there's ever been, it's because they can hit from the outside within the blink of an eye. It's just hard to watch all of that because, Curry can shoot a 17-footer. Whack! Even Draymond can shoot that far. Clay can do the same thing. The same thing, easily. And of course, Kevin Durant, don't leave him alone at all. It's a nightmare if you do. But here's the thing. They have to win all four. And if they keep, see, all right, now I gotta wipe my glasses off. Okay, so if everything was on the up and up, this would be over. Cleveland would be done. You know what I'm saying? They would have barely, you know, Golden State would have barely got out of Cleveland, according to according to my neighbor. Would have barely got out of Cleveland after Game 4. It would have been mayhem and crying in the streets and people beat up and all that other kind of stuff. This would have been over and done with if everything was fair. However, everything isn't fair. What did Grady say? Tracy McGrady said they got some help from the league because they need that revenue. The league needs that money. They don't need it. They want it. They're greedy. So we know now that it's highly, 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 highly possible. Did I say highly? I said highly, didn't I? That this is going to go to a Game 7. And we know if it does. We know if they continue on this pattern through in Game 5, you know it's going to Game 7. If it's going to Game 7, Cleveland's going to win. I was saying all the time Cleveland's going to lose in Game 7. But I didn't realize the caliber of cheating that has to take place for them to get that ring. And they're going to do it. They gave Steve Kerr a technical foul as a coach. They gave Draymond a technical foul. They're going to take Draymond out of the game. They're going to trap Curry and Kevin Durant. And I told you Klay's going to be the high scorer of one of these games. Only because he's just going to be open. And somebody else is going to come in and do something too off of the bench. Sixth, seventh man or whatever. But they have to get rid of Draymond Green. Like, Draymond Green can't even be on the court anymore. They're going to pick them boys apart one by one. It's going to be frustrating. And, when I was talking about Steph Curry and, or both the super teams, that we're seeing playing, staying together, I can see somebody opting out of their contract and leaving because they just want to play ball, especially if they already have a ring. It's like, you know what? Send me to the worst team back there is. I just want to play because these refs aren't going to let me play. They're just going to call fouls on me all day that I'm not even close to doing. It's just bad. Like, I want to get out of the system, but I want to still get paid. Send me to the worst team there is, and then go to the worst team there is, make their little, $5-6 million a year, and play mediocre. Just so they don't go to the playoffs. Like, you know what? I'm okay with being okay. Your team is just okay. They were a threat to go to the playoffs. You know what? That's cool with me. I'm still getting paid. The wife's still happy. The kids still got their college tuition. I'm good. I'm in my 30s. I can clown around here for a couple years till they get rid of me. I'm okay with that. I can see some of those players doing that. Milking the system. Just milking it into the system says, you know what, we know that you're not trying. A friend of mine was in the military. We were in the military together. He was in there for 10 years as an E4. And we were like, how do you stay an E4 for 10 years? He didn't want to be a sergeant. He was an E4 promotable. But he kept dodging the system until the system caught up with him. One day our top, which is our, first sergeant, was like, all of you are taking a PT test. He said, if you can't pass it, we're kicking you out of the service. I was like, PT test, that ain't nothing. But this dude came to us and he was like, I don't want to go back home. We're like, what are you talking about? He said, I can't pass the PT test. This dude could only do like 5 or 6 push-ups. He could not do the recommended amount of push-ups because all he did was what he was supposed to. He did the regular, he went to work every day clean, came home clean. We were cooks. You don't come home clean. He went to work and came home clean. He was just milking the system. He was living off the system because he didn't want to go back home to his hood because he didn't know how to act when he got back there. He didn't want to be a civilian. Top gave him that PT test. He failed immediately. They sent him right back to the hood. He was crying all the way home. Now, I said that to say this. I believe that there are players in the game who are milking the game because they know there's a game within the game. And they're just waiting till you bone up and say, hey, we're going to trade you. They're like, fine, trade me. Case in point, Terry Grew, the actor, Big Muscles, he was on 9 different football teams, professional football teams, before he finally got out. 9. Just imagine that. He knew he was getting traded every year, but he didn't care. So I'm saying that to say this, guys. You might be right about Steph and the rest of them leaving the team just to get out of that menagerie, that hellacious atmosphere that they're in now, and just get their money and bone out. But I'm telling you right now, Draymond Green, he's not only going to foul out, he's going to be eliminated from the competition. And I hope it doesn't happen, but I really think that's exactly what's going to happen. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thank you guys for stopping by and chatting with your boy. I read all your comments. I may not get to them, but I really appreciate you guys. And yeah, you guys stay blessed. Love the Lord thy God. And keep your head up out there. It's your boy Tone 202.